I'm Mary Irongo, work with PELUM Kenya. PELUM is an abbreviation of Participatory Ecological Land Use Management, a network of 61 member organizations or civil societies who are working with smallholder farmers and pastoralists here in Kenya. We operate in all the 47 counties. Today we are here in Nakuru City with a community caravan towards COP28 and advocating for phase out of fossil fuel and agrochemicals that are fossil fuel based, and to promote or increase awareness on adoption of agroecological practices. So as PELUM Kenya will be participating in the COP28 in Dubai from November 30th, and we want the voices of smallholder farmers, grassroots communities, as well as the youth to be heard from the local level to the global levels, and the role that smallholder farmers who are practicing agroecology are playing in mitigation of greenhouse gases by promoting agroecological practices. So today we are calling upon the government, the national government, the county government, the investors, the funding partners to invest more in renewable energy, and as well as investing more in agroecological practices. As PELUM Kenya, we are promoting agroecological practices. In Nakuru, we have member organizations such as Slow Food, MIAP, NECOFA, Baraka Agriculture College, who are promoting agroecological practices. That is to improve the soil health, to reduce the overuse and misuse of chemical pesticides, and as well as production of healthy food that will not have implication to our health, to our environment, to our bodies, and the rest. And so we train farmers on agroecological practices. We promote agroecological inputs as well as organic fertilizer. We have members who are producing compost for sale. We have bokashi. We have organic fertilizer, which are also in the market, including here in Nakuru County. So our main mission as PELUM Kenya is to promote agroecological practices. And so we are having community caravan towards COP28, which is happening in all African countries, most of African countries, to raise voices on the implication of fossil fuels to the greenhouse gases. Fossil fuels have been directly linked to production of greenhouse gases, which is causing climate change. And unless we reduce or we phase out fossil fuels to renewable energy, we are not having any positive impact to reduce the impact of climate change. And therefore, we are saying we phase out fossil fuel, they can go renewable, or we have adequate renewable energy sources that is sufficient for the use. And investors, partners, government should invest more in renewable energy that will help in the reduction of climate change impact, not only in Kenya but also globally. When you talk of fossil fuel, this includes the crude oil that is used to produce like petrol, diesel, and the rest. So the byproducts of production of petroleum, diesel, and the rest is used to make the agrochemicals. That is the mineral fertilizers. And these mineral fertilizers, when you use them in the farm, they have their own implications to the soils. That is, overuse and misuse of mineral fertilizers, they cause changes in the soil pH. This is why we are talking of increased acidity of the soils that need to be managed. And when we put on mineral fertilizer, there is that change in the soil fertility, the elements of the soil, and more specific, the change of the soil pH, where the soil becomes more acidic. And even if you use more and more fertilizers, that is mineral fertilizers, there is no change in the production that you will have. At the end of it, the fertilizer that you have used will not be used efficiently. And therefore, as PELUM Kenya, we are promoting agroecological practices. This is where different practices can be included in the farm, including crop rotation, use of organic fertilizer, use of the resources that we have within the farm to make, for example, compost, or increase the organic matters in the soil in order to reduce or improve the soil fertility and work on the soil pH. So there is a direct link of agrochemical with fossil fuel, being that after production of petroleum, the waste or the byproducts that come from fossil fuel is used to make the agrochemical or the mineral fertilizer, which we bring to our farmers to use. We are not saying that purely this is wrong to use mineral fertilizer, but we are saying that they have already we have implication in our soil where our soil pH have changed and the acidic of the soil has changed. The soils are very acidic, and the more we use mineral fertilizer, we are not helping. The production is not changing, so we need to change the way we are doing things and use more organic fertilizer, increase more organic matters in our soil to increase the production. So adding more mineral fertilizers to our soil is not helping. That's what we are saying, and it is not productive. We need to use fertilizers efficiently by increasing the organic matters, by using organic fertilizer, use compost and all the organic materials that we can add to our soils to improve it.
My name is Elfas Masanga, working with Slow Food Kenya, and we are here today together with our partner PELUM Kenya to campaign against the fossil fuel. And when you talk about the fossil fuel, this one thing that we're experiencing here in Kenya, here in Nakuru County, it's so unfortunate that sometimes you go to farming community, to farmers, you get that there are some of the chemicals the farmers are using, pesticides, acaricides, that they are using in the farm, they are banned in the European Union market. And it's so unfortunate the same farmers are applying this chemical to the food that we cannot export to those countries. So we are here today to call upon national government, to call upon the Nakuru County government, to call upon other government authorities to ban all the chemicals that have been banned in all European Union market, and they are being used here in Nakuru County. Talking about the young people youth in agriculture, this one way that we need to motivate young people to take agriculture as a career, and with the use of these agrochemicals, with the use of this acaricide, there is no future in agriculture. Soils are no longer productive. There is an increase in pesticides that we cannot tell where they are coming from. So we need to adopt farming technique systems that are environmental friendly. We need to adopt agroecological practices that are environmental friendly. We need to adopt renewable energy sources that are environmental friendly to avoid environmental pollution, to adopt systems that are very environmental to the environment.
My name is Francis Ngiri, a farmer here in Nakuru at Kiptagwanyi, Makoko village. And here we are advocating for removal of these fossil fuel based agrochemicals, because we have known that it is harmful, and we have our own traditional ways of repairing pesticides, and the government should start assisting farmers on how we can make our own pest repellents instead of using these fossil fuel based products, which we hear they are harmful, like glyphosate. These herbicides, they are harmful. We know they are the ones which are causing cancer to our people, and we want to produce food which is safe, clean, and also fair. So we would urge our government, it should not be pushed to remove these documented harmful pesticides. We know there are some very harmful pesticides which are on the market, and the government should not wait to be pushed so that they remove them. They should remove them straight away. We have our own source of, we have our local varieties plants which can produce pest repellents and also oil. So we are urging the government, we should go green. We should embrace agroecology so that we can save our planet and this so-called climate change.